we are at 10 seconds, so that should be good. Hello out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to the Color Animal Inn. This is episode 25.2, in which our adventurers, pretty much a team of level 2 newbies, have all decided they're going to go out and do some exploring in the wilderness and try to earn that bounty. The local tourist guild is offering a bounty of 50 gold pieces for every new cavern or cave system discovered, and that's what our players are going to do tonight, unless I'm much mistaken.
Nope, sounds right.
Okay, so let me copy your characters, and at the moment it's not going to matter much. I'm going to switch our pages over, and then hang on a second as I'm going to ping you into place. You will probably want to zoom out. And I'd like you to zoom out until you reach a point where that green square is just a little smaller than your screen. You want to see the whole green square. We can zoom in and out later as needed, but for now, that's going to be our starting point. And I am looking for 4 players. The best way to do this, I have found, is for everybody to roll a D100, and I'll pick whoever 4 players get the highest 4 rolls. So if everyone would kindly roll for me 1D100.
So not Nick.
Especially Nick.
What the fuck?
Not
Like
me.
everyone's just like, oh, everyone, yeah.
Well, apparently Nick just got into it this time.
I was only 5 off.
All right, so I'm looking at Zuko. Hang on, let me do this.
Really, Zuko? I just now actually read your name.
All right, let's see. Zuko, who are you?
I am
Prince
Red
of
Hedgehog.
Fire Nation.
Hedgehog, gotcha. Thank you. So, Hedgehog, you're getting a card. Who is next? It looks like Uris. That's Matthew, right?
Correct.
You're
Drop
getting
the
the
card
card?
Boy.
Should I drop the card down?
Not yet.
Okay.
And then we're looking at, close one with Pyrin. That's Nick, right?
Yep. I'm not dead last.
Nope. And
For once.
Tianis is Azure, right?
Yep.
There we go. All right, so now the 4 of you each have a terrain card. You can play this by dragging it out of your hand and right onto the map. And I need the 4 of you to work together. You can feel free to place, rotate, move around. All 4 of those cards need to fit in this green square, and that's going to be your starting territory.
I don't know if mine will fit. Oh, I guess.
Hey,
it
we
can.
have a water feature. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so if this one goes down here, that'll. Oh,
Oh,
I was gonna connect. Yeah, I was gonna connect it via that, but that's all
all
right.
right. Well, you know what? We'll do it that way.
It seems like water would run. It wouldn't run like sideways like that, with like a waterfall.
There we go.
There.
Almost.
Yeah, that looks weird.
Oh,
It looks a little weird, but I will accept that. The water matches. That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
looks like there will be a small ruin to the side,
And here's mine.
like
Oh.
this.
We have lots of water.
Get in there. Stop.
Oh.
There we
There
go.
we go.
There we go. So
oh,
this,
I gotta be the odd card out here.
yeah. I think that's my fault. I must have mixed a different one in. These are map tiles provided by someone by the name of Mad Cow Chef, who has made a lot of great mapping tools.
I
Do
have
we
an
want to
idea.
try to give him a different card to see if it works a little better?
We can if you like.
Is that what everyone wants to do? Because it seems a little out of place.
Yeah,
Pretty
it does
weird.
seem a little out of place.
Yeah, all right. Let's take that out. And who is this? Whose card
This is
was
me,
it?
Matt.
Matt.
Matt. Matt.
Watch him get
let's-
the same card.
Yeah.
All right. Uh-oh.
Can you make that work? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Easy enough.
Water.
Water.
Oh yeah, the water is going to be an issue. There's no
Mm.
way to make that fit.
You want
So-
red to get a new card?
Yeah, was red had the
Yep.
water? Okay. Red, I'm gonna give you a new one.
Water again.
Does it? Ah. One more try.
All right, this time I got land.
There we go.
You want to put it down here by the other ruins?
That would make sense.
It's
All right, well,
entirely
let's take
up to
mine
you.
out here, and I'll put mine up here somewhere. We'll try to make this work somehow.
Yeah, maybe turn it so that the
Well, because it's
entrance.
I have a
Yeah,
four-way.
exactly like that.
yeah, you have a 4-way.
I have a 4-way.
Yeah, he has a
think it-
4-way, so
Well, hold on. If you put the
if you turn this,
turn this one sideways, and then you put these on the bottom.
and then if we put this here and then put this one here,
Yeah, okay, that works.
That
that
works.
looks good.
Nice work.
We all find a legendary piece of equipment. Come on.
All right, so we're gonna make this cannon. I'm gonna put it on the map layer.
Should have kept the river and just drawn in a tiny little decanter of endless water next to it.
Nice. So where would you like to start out? Where would the group like to start? Which of these? You can just ping by just clicking and placing, telling me.
Apparently,
I
we'd
love how
like
we
to
all
start
agree on
everywhere.
Yeah.
I think in the high grounds right here would be good.
Yeah, the ruins might be great simply because we'll be able to look out over the landscape if we climb the walls. That looks like a tower to
That's a
me.
good point.
A
And
crumpled
there's a ramp
tower.
right here. There's a ramp right there.
I thought you said there was a rain car, and I was like, oh god, no!
Oh God, Java.
Alrighty.
The
Java's been
terrace
busy.
tell us to stop waking it up.
All right,
Wasn't-
so we're gonna start here. Throw your tokens into place.
What's everyone's perception at, by the way?
That's a good question.
+6, I think.
I have 5.
Is this really the kind of question you'd ask each other?
What's
Hey,
your
what's your prescription score?
Why do you keep rolling ones, Nick? Oh, I don't.
Yeah, that's the score is relevant. How we've been rolling so far.
Yeah.
So take a minute, set yourself up anywhere within that one card, or presumably just within the circular area here. And I want to know if one person was leading the group here, who was it? If the entire group just sort of ended up here, I would like to know that too.
I think we were following Azur's character, weren't we?
I am going to nominate Neris. She probably has the highest survival skills.
Probably.
Oh Lord, don't make me a leader. I'll kill us all.
That's fine.
Before.
I can live with that. I mean, I can't live with that,
Well,
but I can
I was
live with
gonna
that.
All right, so if there was one person in charge of bringing the group here, I would like a perception or a survival or some role along those lines to kind of determine how successfully you did that. If it's the whole group, let me know, and I'm going to look for perception, just straight up perception from everybody.
We're following.
So
Neris.
what do we think? Everybody? Oh, me?
I
Oh,
vote to follow.
Lord.
Neris.
I think
Statistically, you're the most likely to succeed. That doesn't
Well, we
mean
saw
that.
how my charisma roll went earlier,
Bitch.
so
well, if we're in a wizard's tower, or the ruins of a tower that might have been built by wizards, I think Erst would have at least checked this place out.
I will tell you that there is no anything
Equally.
here.
Doesn't matter.
You're not going to find it in your starting hole.
Doesn't matter.
So I guess let me get a perception roll from everybody.
All right. Perception for me and Aru. By the way, the wolf has the scent ability,
Gotcha.
just so you can keep that in mind. What did it? Oh, whoops! Sorry, I was on that second one for me. Didn't pick.
Gotcha.
There we go.
Jocelyn, did you roll twice? No, we didn't. All right, so let me go through real quick. Zuko, 13, you didn't notice anything. Tlanix, you came up good. Pyren rolled a 7, didn't notice anything. Pyren also rolled a 7 and didn't notice anything.
Did I really roll two
You
sevens?
did.
I hate life.
That is a 2 on the die.
Squirrel.
I'm moving on up. At least I'm not a natural one.
Urist and Tianis both rolled 26s, so they noticed a lot of things. The wolf rolled a 23, but Jocelyn and let me make sure I got it right. Yeah, Jocelyn and Neris both rolled natural 20s.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I told you we should have followed you.
So
Yeah.
as the group is approaching this point, they will have noticed that there are things moving around in the woods all around, and in fact have heard goblins speaking from over in this direction. Now, you haven't actually seen
Oh,
anything, but you can tell that these goblins are currently making an attempt to surround the party in hopes of ambushing them. Unfortunately for them, they didn't realize that you have just found some cover. So the two that rolled the natural 20s would probably share this information with the party, at which point the party is running to this location, taking up their cover, and armed with this new information, can now reposition themselves and take some time to get ready. But not too long, because these goblins are going to attack if you don't attack first. So what are we doing?
I vote we strike first.
I
Well,
would like, if the group thinks it's a good idea, to actually try to kind of stealth around back here and see if I can sort of get behind the goblins, so to turn their plan around on them.
Well, do we know where the goblins are exactly? You
You
said
not-
heard it down here.
You
and
do
up
not
here.
have a pinpoint on any specific
Ah.
goblin, but you do know the majority of them are coming this way. They're hoping to use these ruins as cover for themselves as they attack you. And other goblins are moving around either through this swampy area or through the clearing to the north, although you do not see any of them.
How tall are these walls around us?
The walls around are probably somewhere in the 5 to 8 foot range.
That's absolutely nothing. I actually tower above that. So can I see the goblins?
They're currently hidden. If you would like to use, we're going to do one round for everybody as kind of like the equivalent of a surprise round to get in position. So if you'd like to take yours now, you're going to make a perception roll to see if you can see any goblins in particular.
Yeah, I'm gonna see about their positions and the composition of the goblin
Okay.
party that's coming this way.
Great.
I also have a natural climb speed, so if I can't actually see over the wall, I can clamber up it.
Gotcha. But you're 7 feet tall.
Yep.
You can find some place where the wall is low enough that you can peek over it without a problem. No, that is Zuko. Tianis, if you'd roll a perception or argue for something
Perception. I imagine that perception would be the
Almost.
appropriate one in this case.
else. Almost certainly. Gotcha. So you're going to actually roll me a d4, please.
Mhm.
Nice. Nicely done. So you're going to have spotted these 4 goblins in particular. And I'm going to be placing them around. And then give me a second to do GM magic, because I love the way this works. They are going to be randomly equipped with that gear. And that is what you have seen. If you attack or make any offensive movement around at this point, the surprise round will end. But you may ready an action. You can also cast like defensive spells, anything like that.
Yeah, I will unlimber my longbow and use. I believe that this is a slit in the wall.
Uh-huh.
Come on, pointer. Right here.
Sure.
That looks like a slit to me, and there's another one here. So I'm gonna sort of draw a bead on this goblin and just hold it and crouch down a little bit because my head is sticking out above the freaking wall.
Gotcha. So yeah, you don't believe
And I'm
it's
sort
seen
of
me?
going to scratch in some of the dirt. There is a little bit of dirt where the stone is cracked
Absolutely.
on the floor, and I'm going to just sort of scratch in the positions of the goblins for the rest of the party. Sort of draw a circle and then put little squiggles where the goblins are.
Gotcha. We'll just assume that you can share this information readily enough. And because you're making yourself ready to take an action, I would like you to use a red dot for a ready to action. Thank you very much. I'm going to go through the list, everybody, so hang on just a moment before you do anything. Nick, what are you doing? Or whatever's what's Paro doing?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we've been alerted that the goblins are here.
Some of them have been spotted. You suspect there are probably more.
Okay. I think me and Aruru are gonna kind of move here, and I'll let him know. I'm gonna kind of. No one else can probably hear me because I'm talking to him, not via speak animal, but he understands common. And I'm gonna tell him we're essentially gonna ready to when everyone's in position and we're ready to kick this thing off. We are gonna run towards these goblins.
Cool.
That'll be so ready actions for both of us.
And he crouches down. You can see his tail wagging, his little butt wagging, and he's getting ready to run.
Okay.
Let's see. Zuko, what are you doing next? How are you
I'm
preparing?
going to. So as soon as Pyron leaps out to attack the goblins, I am going to fire my air blast at Goblin 2 because he's in range.
Beautimus. Matthew J.
So as soon as this whole thing kicks off, we're gonna fire my water blast, my beer blast, at Goblin 4.
All right. How about you, Gadget?
Can I get? Hold on a second. Let me get my little arrow thing here. Can I go ahead and try to stealth over here so I'm ready to jump one of them?
You absolutely can. You're going to be climbing down a cliff, and then stealth check will put you over here. Let me get a climb check from you. It's going to be real easy, but I still want it. And you're going to have to go into the sheet for that. I'm basically just looking for a 1 or a 20 on that one.
Alrighty. Just a moment. My sheet's still running a little bit slow.
Yep. It's probably my fault. I've got like 4 billion things in this game. So
So where would I make a climb check just so I'm
it's under
sure
skills.
what I'm doing here?
Under skills.
Okay.
And there's a little button right next to it.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you very much. Climb. There we are.
Excellent. So you shimmy down this cliff and through the bushes over here, right up against this wall, and slip into hiding. So I'm going to need a stealth check, and that one's one of your token actions.
Okay. Of course, I closed my sheet.
No, you don't need it for this one. The token actions are the
Oh.
ones that pop up when you click on your token.
Oh,
up top.
okay. Sorry. There we go.
Not a problem.
Stealth.
And you, of course, believe that you have rolled a natural 20 and are completely ambiguously hidden. That may or may not be the case. So you believe you're hidden. That all is just a move. So if you have a readied action you would like to take, if you want to ready your weapon in case somebody comes close or something like that.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ready my what was it called? The punching dagger, the guitar?
Yeah, Qatar. Awesome.
Yeah.
And you're going to need a red dot for that. To get that, what you do is you click on your token, then little circles pop up. Bottommost one, the circle and a circle and a circle. Click that. A bunch of different token icons pop up. And just click on the red circle.
I'm sorry, I'm not seeing any of that for some reason.
Okay. Try clicking off onto the map to clear and then reselecting your token. Sometimes that makes a difference.
It looks like it doesn't want me to deselect my token at all. Apparently, I'm stuck for a second.
Clicking just on the blank area of the map's not doing anything for you?
Yeah, I got the gist of what you said, so I will try to get this going if you want to move on to the next person so things don't get held up.
Well, I'll put it on there for you, but yeah.
Oh,
and
there you
Diana,
go, God powers.
Yep. Diana, it's your turn. How would you like to spend this surprise round? I didn't hear that. I just heard a beep.
Oh, he didn't unmute me yet. But, alright, I'm going to do a blessing. And everybody feels a little bit more courage. And it gives them a +1 to attack rolls.
Awesome.
And fear saving throws. Not
Cool.
that we probably need that, but...
You know how to use text on the map? If you just make a nice little note here somewhere that Bless is active, that way we'll all remember it. The drawing tool, there's also a text tool, and then you can like change the color and font size.
There we go.
And right on the map.
Yeah, Nick.
Cool.
Nick did it for me.
Yep. And just Bless is active, +1 to hit, +1 versus fear. Something like that. And just kind of off to the side, like over here. So it's visible, everyone knows it's there, we don't forget, and perfect. And you're just going to stay right where you are?
Yes.
All right. Then I am going to do something. Give me just a moment here. I'm going to put a kobold on the map. Kobold is not actually here. He is going to be the placeholder for everybody that you cannot see. Then I'm going to roll initiative for the various goblins. And now I would like everyone to roll their own initiative. You can do this just out of the token actions up top. Make sure you click your token, click an INIT for initiative, and that'll pop you right into the turn order.
Pretty good initiative rolls. Initiative for me. Hey, I got a 22.
Nice.
And a got a 12. Not bad.
All right, let me sort these out into descending order. And Pyren, you're up first. You're ready to action. You were just going to run, I believe. No, you wanted to cast a spell as your ready to action, didn't you?
No, I was going to run. Me and Aru are going to run. So essentially, my ready action is going to be to run when Aru does.
All right. Let's see.
My ready action was to use Air Blast on Goblin 2 to cover them.
All right, let's go through the list. Let me do this in order before you hit the turn order. This is a little complicated. I think I screwed up by letting you do the surprise round, but that's all right. So Nick is going to pass his ready to actions. Take your red dots off. You go in turn order. What was your ready to action?
To fire an arrow upon Goblin 4.
Make it so.
I will make it so. That's my longbow. There you go. Whoa.
Nice.
Nice. If you're going to make a first shot of the game, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Now, that is a critical hit. If you have all your macros at the bottom of the screen set up, you should see one that says CH for critical hit. There's also a critical miss. If you roll a natural 1 or a natural 20, you have to click one of those. And you have just shot this goblin directly in the eye. You did 6 points of damage. A crit triples that to 18. He's going to take 18 points of eye damage, which puts him well below 0. He is
Well,
now...
he's blind because he's dead.
Yes. And he just instantly drops. So take your red dot off. That was your ready to action.
The arrow hits him in the head. He does a triple backflip and then lands in the dirt. And
Pyron
doesn't
holds
get
up a 10 card, and so does Aru.
Nice. Let's see. Zoo, what was your ready to action?
Air Blast.
Against Goblin 2? An 18, is that a touch?
It's a ranged attack.
Ranged attack. 18 versus armor class is a hit, and you're going to do 7 points of bludgeoning damage to him.
There is no crit, I don't think.
There is a crit. It's
Oh, there is?
20.
Okay.
If it's a ranged attack, you get a crit.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
I was just wondering. I just didn't know because it counts as spell.
Spells can crit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. And just because I'm an asshole, a spell has been cast.
It's technically a spell-like ability.
Yeah. Well, my world. So you have hit him for 7 points of damage. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Minus 7.
Too bad he's not in 30 feet.
Nope. And that was your ready action. So take your red dot off. Next up is Urist.
Urist, having the goblin that he was going to hit completely incinerated, is just going to let out a hearty burp and go, up. That's what I would have done if you were quicker.
Gotcha.
And just pat his belly. So that's it.
All right. You're going to lose your red dot. Say, Neris, you're waiting for somebody. That's your ready to action. Nobody is approaching you. Actually, somebody might approach you. Would you like someone to approach you or not?
Yeah, I would like somebody.
Roll a D100, aim high, please.
She wants to chop a goblin's head off.
Yes.
By the time me and Aru we're going to run out there with our fucking already attack and all the goblins are gone.
That'd be great.
Hey, Nick, you got a contender.
So you hear something moving through the bushes, but it turns out it's a squirrel that's running away.
Squirrel.
Aw.
And nobody comes within range, so you're going to lose your ready to attack. And Jalen or Jesslyn, what was you didn't have a ready to attack, so we are out of surprise.
So, just curious. So, me and Aru, we had our ready actions, so we weren't able to run.
You go ahead and make a single move.
Okay, so run is 4 times.
Oh, you're going to run? Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that's what we're
yeah.
gonna do.
Go for it.
All right, so we're running out, so it's going to be 5. 15.
Squirrel! Get it! Get it!
Perfect.
Now, run has to be a straight line.
Mhm.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Shit. I thought charge had to be a straight line.
They
I would
both
have put
do.
myself in a. Dang it.
You can make a double
all right.
move.
All right, I'll take a double move. So I'll move. Oh, come on. There we go. So 5. Maybe. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 8. Drew has 50 feet. So. There. He'll stay beside me.
Very cool. Now we are in actual turn order, making it Pyron's turn.
Haha! And I go 5, 10, 15. Can I make a perception check at this point?
That is a excellent idea. You take a moment and look around, and you're going to see. Oops, I want to make sure I grab the right one here. Do-do-do-do.
That you're actually standing in a crowd of goblins.
Surprisingly accurate, yes.
Excellent.
Give me a second to set these guys up. And you rolled an 11. That's what you see.
Okay. And I'm going to jump onto this guy. Haja! And attack with my scimitar. So I see him and I'm like, oh, hey, I see you, sneaky bastard. And I attack. And I get
22 is a hit.
And so for 9 slashing damage.
And he goes, and that was a move and a attack. You are done. Chionix, you're up next.
Slaanesh is going to move to this hole in the wall, sort of peer out of it,
Uh-huh.
and draw another arrow into and go for this fellow.
All right.
Peer out or peer over it?
Just sort of crane his head, a bit like a giraffe.
Kick it down like the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah!
Take his longbow sideways, gangsta style. Hey man, that's the only way it fits over the fucking wall.
Works for me.
All right, so go ahead. There you go. An 18 is a hit.
Plus 1 because they're plus.
Right. Thank you. And 6 points of damage to Goblin 2. Takes him down below 0.
And he gives a roar in victory.
Eurist.
All right, Eurist is going to take a double move. He's going to get. I can walk through this little slit here like that, right?
Certainly, yes.
All right, so there's 20, and then he'll get into the thick of things with another 20, and that'll be his turn. He'll get next to the wolf.
Beautimous. Neris, you still believe yourself to be hidden.
Okay.
You actually have a
I
straight
would
shot.
like to go ahead and rage while I'm waiting for someone to sneak around here.
Cool.
I always get really ragey too when I have to wait for people.
Right, I'm sitting here, I'm ready, and they're just taking forever. It is so rude.
How rude.
I don't believe I calculated how many rounds of rage you get. It should say in the feat.
Let's see.
It is 4 plus Constitution plus 2 per additional level per after first.
Oh, thank
So
you.
4 plus Constitution plus 2 plus the feat.
If you
And
have
my
a feat.
Constitution is
It's the modifier, not the score.
Yeah.
that would be ridiculous if it was the score.
Yeah.
It would be awesome.
Just rage forever.
Have a con of 20, rage for 20 turns.
I think you made your con 14.
My modifier is 2.
So you're going to get a total of 8 rounds of rage that you can use. You might want to jot that down on a piece of paper or something. You can also
Yes.
use, by clicking on your token, you can set up one of the other bars that's not hit points to keep track of that. So you set up
You
like
also
bar
give
2,
yourself a
bar
little
3.
icon.
Or whatever,
So yeah,
but you do need to keep track of these.
You have 8 rounds of rage. You can enter rage as a free action. You can exit it as a free action. However, when you exit it, you become fatigued for a number of rounds that is equal to 2 times the amount of rounds you raged, which will give you a lot of penalties.
So don't come out of rage if combat's still going unless you know you're ready to. So just keep track. You're going to use 1 round. And did you figure out how to make the token icons, the little pictures, the red dot pop up?
Yes.
Go in there and find one that says rage to you. That just will help you remember that you're enraged.
What about that one?
Let's see. This looks good.
That'll work. Uh,
And to make a little bar, I can just put the number into this little red circle here.
yeah. Or that'll
Okay.
hold it in the circle. If you want an actual bar, you need to double click your token and then put like the current and the max in.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Quite welcome. And you said that even though she is enraged and everything we know about her backstory, she's just going to stand there hidden and wait for somebody to come to her. She's not going to charge into battle.
No, I'm tired of waiting. And with Pirate in there, I'm gonna go ahead and come around here
Alrighty.
and get in there with him.
Cool. Now you have, because of your barbarian speed and everything, you actually have 40 feet of movement, which is 8 squares.
Breastplate.
Oh, did that slow her down to 20?
Yep.
30.
So
So
30.
30 total.
30. So
Still
that would
plenty
be
to
way
get
back
to
over
that
there.
guy, though. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and come over to this guy here, where Pyron's at.
Or you could also pick up the token, hit space, and leave little waypoints along the way.
Each waypoint is created by pressing space.
And you can also move using the arrow keys, and you can also move 1 pixel at a time with the Alt key, and you can also do.
In case you really want to make sure you move exactly where you want to.
Yep. Sometimes you do need to. So you're going to come around Pyron and loop around and reach this goblin. That was a move. You still have a standard action, which can be your attack if you like.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and attack this goblin and see if I can finish him off for Pyron with the Qatar.
All right.
As she stabs Pyron in the face with it.
Critical one, Pyron in the face.
Oh God, why?
That happened last time I played, I think.
Excellent. 19 plus 1 from Bless is a 20. His armor class is substantially less than that, so you hit. You do 6 points of piercing damage, and that's going to take him down also below 0.
Zzz.
Yep.
That was his soul leaving his body.
Yeah. Good move. You actually do bonus damage for raging, though, don't you? You do a lot more
Yep,
than
plus
just
2
6.
to attacks, plus 2 to damage.
So that's going to be a 22 and 8 points of damage. So 2 more points there. So he's even deader. Good work.
Just keep stabbing the dead body.
Yep. And that's 1 round of rage so far. Goblin 4 is next up. Which one is he? He's the guy up here who is dead, so take him off the list. Goblin 1 is this guy down here. He was going to turn. Well, he's probably already facing this way, but now he's definitely going to turn. And he can see 1, 2,
Definitely 3.
yep,
Yep.
3. So let's just go left to right randomly. He's going to pick one of those 3.
Oh, jeez.
He's going to pick number 2, Byron. Lucky Nick.
What a surprise!
Yeah.
I could be behind the fucking wall of China, and an arrow would pierce it. Hit me right in the head.
Well, let's find out because he's got a short bow versus Byron. 15 does not hit his armor class.
Nope. I block it with my shield.
He's gonna stay where he is, but he's gonna call out in Goblin. Let's see if I remember how to do this right.
That looks like giggity giggity giggity.
Yep.
Like a quagmire thing.
So if anybody does speak Goblin but did not understand that message, let me know. Okay. So he's gibbered out in Goblin, and it is now Aru's turn.
All right. He is going to 1, 2, and he's probably smelled this goblin a mile away. We'll move. He'll kind of get in here. Since this thing has a bow, it can't take an opportunity attack, can it?
That is correct.
He's going to move into flanking position and make an attack against this guy. Which, with a bite.
19 plus 1 because he is blessed is a hit. 2 points of bite damage.
Bit him on the ankle. Rawr.
Yeah.
By the way, if Norhard, may I beg a grid so we can more easily see
Certainly.
stuff like flanking?
Coming up.
He's not
Hang on
flanking
a
yet.
second.
He is almost flanking.
Yeah, but I just realized that it would be easier to see with an actual grid.
Is that enough? Would you like it darker?
Yep. It's good enough.
No problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Zoo, you're up.
I'm going to peer around this corner, see Goblin 3, and... Thump.
14 plus 1 is a hit. 11 points of damage. The goblin is still standing.
Is he at 0?
He is.
Wow.
Would you like to move?
I think I'm going to stay behind cover. I think I'll move here, so I'm actually behind cover.
Gotcha. Goblin 3 with this arrow in his chest.
More
Yeah.
like he got the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah. He is what's known as staggered, which means that if he takes any strenuous action, anything other than moving, he is going to lose a hit point and start bleeding out and dying. So he could run away, but he's not smart enough. He is going to make the really stupid thing, and he's going to fire right back at Zuko. Now, because Zuko has cover, that means that Zuko can roll a D100, and if he rolls over a 51 or over, then the attack hits the wall and not him. And I don't even
I
have to roll
also
it.
have enveloping winds, which is 20% chance to miss.
So these are going to be 2 separate rolls. And the first one covered it. The goblin's shot hits the wall instead of him, and the goblin goes, "Damn it!" and dies. And actually, he's going to be at negative.
Does he fall in the puddle and drown?
Kobold 1 is everybody else who's not visible, so give me a moment here. Let's see. Oh, I love being me. Alright, so this guy here. Oh, I'll just do them all at once. Let's see. Let's go there and there. And let's go there And there. And let's go there. And there. And I'm going to randomize these guys, and these guys are all going to go now, but then I'm going to roll initiative for them.
It's a trap.
And this is going to be the last of this group, so don't worry about that. All right, when we get to the end of the round, just a couple seconds now, I'll put the initiative back in order, but for now, that'll work. Goblin 10 is going to fire at Zoo, so no, he's going to actually fire randomly at one of the three of you. We'll go clockwise with Zoo at midnight. And I'm never going to be able to pronounce this right. Tanif is the target. Unfortunately, you do not have
Lizard
cover.
man.
Yeah, lizard guy. No cover, unfortunately, so straight up shot. It looks like a 22 hits you.
Yep.
So 4 points of piercing damage.
Well, does she get cover?
No.
Oh.
You
That's
know
what
what?
happens when you're 7 feet tall.
She towers
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah, afraid not. Not from this angle and anything. So that was him. Let's see, this guy here. He's got a whole set of 7 to fire at, so let's see what happens. We'll just take it straight up, left to right, top to bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Urist is his target.
All right.
Short bow. Wow. Make sure this is rolling right. Yeah, sure is. Yeah.
22, absolutely.
Yep. That's a hit for 1 point on you. Goblin 12. He's going to be this guy over here. He is going to move to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And really wish that he'd brought a ranged weapon.
I point to him. You should have listened to Fenord.
Yeah, he's going to move one more. And hope he can attack before anyone else does. This guy's got the same issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to move down towards the wolf. And then, let's see, 14. Oh, he can make it. 1, 2, and a stab at the wolf with his... What's he got? Twin daggers. He cannot make 2 attacks, but he can make 1. And a 15 hits the wolf for 2 points.
Actually, it does. You're right. Because I remember you gave me add dodge on it. I couldn't remember if I had added that in, but it does.
Goblin 15 is going to move over here, right there, and he's got a shot at Neris. He was probably pretty scary, so he's going to take his shot with a crossbow at her. 21, but no, because she's not in melee combat with anybody, so 21 is a hit for 4 points.
Yeah.
And you do that by just clicking on the green circle, and you can type in -4, enter, and it'll do the math for you, or you can just put in the end result.
Did Goblin 12 try to slash at her?
No, he was
Okay,
one
he just
step
spawned there.
shy. There you go. And that was all of them, so I'm going to take Kobold 1 off. I'm going to delete him. And at the end of this round, we'll put them all in turn order. Goblin 2 is this guy here, who is dead. Take him off. And Jacelyn, you're up.
I'm gonna pull a crossbow out from underneath my robes here.
Amazing.
I know, right?
Where'd that come from?
More importantly, where are you keeping
Got
the
some Mary
bolts?
Poppins robes.
Don't ask about that either. Alright, gonna try to shoot at this one.
God works in mysterious ways, especially her god.
Yes.
So that's a attack against Goblin 10, the guy up north. 15 to hit, plus 1 for bless is 16. That's a hit. And 4 points of damage. That was a move and an attack. You are done.
Yep.
Takes us to the end of the round. Let me resort this turn order. Pyron, you are still on your toes. What are you going to do?
I am going to move into flanking position with my pup here.
Nice.
A 5-foot step, and we have the outflank teamwork feat. So me and him both gain a +4 on this guy to attack. And I am going to attack him with my scimitar. So +1, +4, 16, 17 to hit.
17 to hit. 8 is a hit, or that is a hit for 8 points of damage. Do you get bonus damage?
Nope.
Flanking gives bonus damage, doesn't it?
No.
No,
Just
just
to hit.
hit.
It gives you bonus damage if you're a rogue as the sneak attack.
That's why. I'm used to
That'll-
playing rogue.
Yeah.
Third level. Once I hit third level, I'll get essentially sneak attack damage.
Okay. And yeah, so that was a 5-foot step and an attack.
It was indeed.
Goblin's still up. Tianish, you're up.
Oh, you poor thing. I'm gonna have to give you name coaching for this
Yes.
character, aren't I?
Yes, I'm never going to remember that.
Well, you can call him the lizard dude.
Lizard dude.
He'll mind, but I won't. So
Sorry, fictional lizard guy.
sorry, dude. No. He's going to follow the party shaman's quote-unquote lead and shoot Goblin 10.
All right.
Judiciously apply arrow to face.
16 plus bless is 17 is a hit for 10 points. Nice shooting. And that goblin also drops. Let's see. Move done. Iris, you're up.
Alrighty, is this guy in melee combat with our friend?
Technically, no. Neither of them have been able to hit each other yet.
Okay, so he's open season then.
Yep.
Alright, so we're going to take our beer blast at him then. And I do have point blank shot, but that probably doesn't matter.
Nope. 7 plus 1 for bless. Plus 1 for point blank. Not going to do it.
Alrighty.
You got to move if you want it.
Yeah, we'll move into a little position. A little better. We'll get over here.
I just realized this guy here is not in the turn order. Goblin 8.
He's a little confused.
Nor is Goblin 5. I left some of these guys out.
Also
He
confused.
wasn't really in the mood for battle
Goblins.
today.
He was
It was a late
scared by,
night.
he was scared by the people charging.
Yeah.
Beer attack doesn't get like some other bonuses, like creatures trying to jump in the way of it to drink it.
No, I'll take the hit for you.
Oh.
So instead of getting hit, gets drunk.
You're my buddy. I'll always take a shot of whiskey for you.
All right, let's see. Hang on. We just finished Urist. Reset this.
You know the sad thing is that Goblin crit and the initiative he still didn't beat me.
No. All right, so Goblin 5 should have taken a shot at some point. He's going to do so now. He's going to come over here. 4 ready targets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Urist is his target.
Alrighty.
Coming with a crossbow. There we go.
Oh, he's about as accurate as me.
Yeah.
He was
And
behind drinking some
Goblin
of that beer.
10 is the one who just died. Goblin 12 now is going to attack Navis. That is a scimitar, a short sword, a short sword. 13 does not hit. Neris, your turn.
First off, how do I, because with rage I get the +4 strength and constitution and all that, how do I do like a temporary,
You
how
can,
do I add that to my character?
if you want to put it in your character sheet, just right there on core, you can put it on the right side. There's plenty of spaces to put in temporary bonuses. Or you can just remember and say, okay, I get this bonus when you make the roll. Works better.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Yep.
Then Neris turned to Goblin 12. Does she have to move to get a hit on him?
No, she is within 5 feet.
Okay.
And
She
adjacent
turns to
square.
Goblin 12 and attempts to stab him in the face with the guitar.
All right, now, we were talking earlier about her actually having 2 weapon fighting skills.
Yes.
If you would like to use your two weapons, you can only do that during what's known as a full round, which means that you can move no more than 5 feet during that entire round. That's known as a 5-foot step. And if you do so, then you can use all your attacks. In this case, you could make your guitar and your short sword attack.
Then I'm going to go ahead and do that.
And I believe they both come up as -2 because you have the feet for it. So your guitar, -2 is an 11, +1 is a 12, plus your rage gives you another 2 on that, so 14 is a hit.
Yeah.
5 points of damage plus 2 damage or 1 damage?
2 damage.
Thank you.
It is +4 strength, which
Gotcha.
translates to 2 extra damage.
Good. So that's going to be 7 points of damage just from your guitar. And your second attack can be at the same target or a different one. In this case, same one. 16, all blah, blah, blahs is going to be a hit. 10 plus 2 is 12 damage. And the goblin drops.
Ah, yes.
Now, during this, the one movement you can make is a 5-foot step, which you haven't done yet. You can do so now.
Okay.
Move 1 square in any direction if you want. You don't have to.
If you
I'm
move
going
here,
to go ahead and move. Oh, move where?
if you move here, the next turn you can do that, and you'd be in range to flank this one.
That was my idea exactly. So let's just pop over there, and that is my turn.
Beautimus. Goblin 13. Where is he? He is this guy right here. He was fighting Haru, but now he can fight the other guy. So 1d2. Nope, he still doesn't like that wolf. He has 2 daggers in his hands. So he is going to do the same thing. He's going to make himself a full attack. Both of them at the wolf.
Uh-oh. Do I get to roll that?
You may indeed.
Well, I will remind that
hold on.
goblins
I
do
clicked it
hate
like 4
dogs.
times, didn't mean to. Sorry, take the first one.
First
Oh
one.
gosh, goblin.
This
Stabs himself.
goblin, I do not believe he's wearing a helmet. He is not. So he is going to hit himself in the head for full weapon damage, which rolled as a 2. So he's stabs himself in the head for 2. 25% chance of being knocked out. So I'm going to roll. The higher the better. So I'm going to roll a 76 or higher, and he gets knocked out. You know, just because it's better for you. Nope, he does not knock himself out. And he loses his second attack because of critical miss. Goblin 14, right next to him, is going to snicker and say something in Goblin that you're sure is an insult that can't be translated into English.
Bob, you're an idiot.
Yes. And he is going to take his twin daggers and show the guy how it's done.
You didn't roll.
Not with a 4. Not with a 6.
Good job,
He
Greg.
kinda looks
Well,
all-
he didn't hurt himself, so that's a step up.
And it is Aru's turn.
Aru starts snickering. And he's going to power attack the goblin that we're flanking. So he's going to take a -1 to get a +2 on damage.
Cool.
Show him how it's doing, Aru. So he gets +4. So that's going to be about -1 from but
So
the
plus
blast
3.
cancel. Yeah. And then blast. So back to +4. So 17.
17 to hit is a hit. And he does 6 points of bite damage plus 2.
Yep.
That's 8 points. And this goblin drops. Did Aru want to move?
Yeah, he's gonna take a 5-foot step and be back beside me. Actually, yeah, that's what he'll do.
All right.
Move there.
Goblin 3's turn. Wow. Goblin 3
is dead.
drops a pan. Zuko's turn.
Can we loot the pan? I'm just kidding.
Where is Goblin 1? There he is. Would you say I have line of sight of Goblin 1?
If he gave me $1.
Can it be a picture of $1?
I will 5-foot step here. Pretty sure this is line of sight.
Absolutely.
And thump.
I think it came out the wrong end, buddy.
Oh, jeez.
Goblin 1. I'm gonna make a save. I'm gonna call it a wisdom or a will
Morale
save.
save.
If he gets over a 15 on it, he's gonna know that Zuko just shot at him. Nope, he doesn't know, so he's got 4 ready targets. 1d4. 1, 2. Pyron is his target with a short bow. Pyron. 13 does not hit. He's going to stay where he is. Goblin 11 is this guy up here. He is aware there are 3 targets from left to right. 1, Zuko. Zuko, roll me a D100. Go to 51 or higher because you got cover. And the arrow hits the wall and does not harm you. Plink. Goblin 8 right here has 4 targets left to right. 4. 1. So there's his target. A crossbow. 22 is a hit for 5 points on Darius.
Good thing that wasn't a crit. That was dang close to being a crit.
Yeah.
So that's -5.
-5. Oh, we just lost her.
She didn't like it. Give her a number.
What? I took 5 damage. F this.
This
Game is bullshit.
So give Gadget here a second to come back. I already took off your damage, Gadget. Don't worry about that. Probably want to turn off in Roll20 the various systems. You'll get it back. Goblin 15 is down here. Goblin 15 is actually smarter than most goblins, and he is going to move over here and out of everybody's sight. Jacelyn, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna carefully step forward here. Carefully, very carefully. Then I'm going to shoot at Goblin 11.
No, you're not.
Never mind.
It went in the same general direction, so that's good.
It's a start.
The height threw me off a little.
Yep.
I'm assuming 10 misses.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yep.
Byron, your turn.
All right. I am going to kick this goblin body out of my way and stomp over 5 feet.
All right.
And attack this goblin 13 with my scimitar. 12.
Does not hit.
He's small. Damn you, little bastard.
A lizard guy.
That's my turn.
Lizard guy, you're up.
The lizard guy is going to ask their GM, how big is this slope?
It's about 5 feet here. It may be 10 feet at the most. Somewhere in the 5 to 10 foot range.
Oh, so one can relatively easily sort of scoot down it.
Oh yeah. If you have any
Okay,
climbing
well-
skill at all, it shouldn't be a difficulty of.
I have a climb speed.
Oh, then you don't even need to worry about it.
I am a lizard. I climb
This is
walls.
true.
Some lizards swim. I climb walls. I'm going to double move this way and see if I bump into a goblin while trying to flank these guys.
Would you like to make a perception check?
Yes, sir.
Not bad. Unfortunately, not good enough. Because this goblin is going to pop out of hiding right next to you, and he is actually no longer holding the crossbow, but
Stabbity stab.
yep.
That is quite fine with me.
Haha, I'm no longer holding a crossbow. It's a short bow. Huh.
I am now holding a frying pan. Oh, good.
But he's got a spear, and he was readied in like this bush here, waiting for someone to come close. And unfortunately, that was you. 13 does not hit.
I look down at him scratching ineffectually at my armor and sort of snort. But I had to double move to get there, so that is my action.
All right. I'm going to put him officially in that square for record keeping. Goblin 5 is this guy here with the crossbow. Yeah, 4 targets. 1d4. We'll go left to right. Neris on a 1. And
All
Urist
right.
on a 4. Crossbow versus Urist. 15 does not hit. Urist, you're up.
All right. After the beer shield takes that arrow and snaps it, he's gonna take. Actually, he's gonna see if he can beer blast Goblin 8. Nope. For that, I need the token selected.
Yeah.
Help. So 12 does not hit.
Does not.
And with his move action, he'll move a little closer here.
All right. Goblin 12 is that one next to you that's dead. And it is Neris's turn, a.k.a. Gadget, who's just coming back now.
Can you all hear me now?
We hear you now.
Awesome.
Welcome
Rest
back.
Okay. So, let's see, I can move 5 feet and keep my duel. So I'm going to come right here
All right.
and take a shot at Goblin 13. Starting with guitar.
15 plus bonuses is a hit. 7 plus bonuses is 9. That goblin is still standing. He's not looking good,
Yeah.
though.
Oh.
Oh, confirmed to crit.
Confirm crit.
Yeah.
Ah,
So you just make that same attack again, and if that second attack is a hit, you've done critical damage. If not, just regular damage.
Oh,
That
he's
does
gone.
confirm.
Oh, he did.
Gone.
Yeah, so that's 5 plus 2 is 7, doubled. X2 is 14. And this goblin is as dead as he can be. You want to
so,
get graphic with it?
yeah, Nurse comes up and stabs him in the neck with her guitar from behind. And as he's trying to figure out what happened, glancing around, her short sword comes up and just slam right into his stomach.
Nice. He doesn't even have a chance to gurgle before he's dead. Long before he hits the
And
ground.
she drops him to the ground with a satisfied grin.
Nice. Goblin 13 goes to the little goblin heaven. Goblin 14 has his twin weapons. Now he's going to shove Goblin 13 out of the way. He's going to take himself a 5-foot step. And he is going to stab with both of his daggers. Once at Neris and miss. And then once at Pyron. And that one hits for 2.
Confirmed to crit.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes.
I'm a fair person.
Does not confirm. So
And of course, it would have a confirm to crit on you, of all people.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yep.
There we go.
all right. Doggy boy.
He doesn't like that. So
Uh-huh.
he'll go, whoops, sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, since the bow guy can't take an attack of opportunity.
Very clever and completely legal. You now
It
have
is.
flanking.
And now he's going to power attack the Goblin 14. So add a +4 to hit.
+5.
11. No, he's because he gets a -1 for power attack.
Oh.
7 plus 4 is 11 is not a hit.
That's his turn.
Zuko, you're up.
Since it went so well last time, I'm going to attempt to hit Goblin 1 again.
13 plus
Plus
1 for
1.
bless. No point blank bonuses or anything.
Not in 30.
14 total is a hit for 9 points.
And then I will 5-foot step behind the wall.
Goblin 1.
Pretty sure at that point he would realize that I thumped him.
Yeah, and I just realized I don't have Goblin 9 in here either. So I'm going to put him right in now. I don't think I do. I don't. I don't know how. I
About
missed all
as
these guys.
organized as the average goblin raiding party.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goblin 9's not
He's
in
been
there.
picking his nose. Don't blame him. Busy
He
work.
got distracted by something, found a really nice mushroom in that bush.
Yeah. So I'm going to pretend Goblin 9 goes first, and he is going to step here. He's got, let's include
Crossbow.
Zuko. Let's go counter or clockwise from Urist with 5. He doesn't see Jace or Lizard Guy, so 1d5 comes all the way back to Neris. I'm going to say he has a line of sight on her. Crossbow to the back, Neris, which is a miss. Now it's Goblin 1's turn, and he is going after Zuko. Zuko, let me get a D100 from you because you got cover.
All right.
Nice rolling, buddy. Goblin 11.
Catch the arrow out of the air.
Yeah. You only have partial cover this time. He can see you through here, so you're going to have to
Mhm.
roll 76 or higher.
I
And,
also have the chance.
20, so an 81 or higher.
I get hit. Well, potentially get hit.
Crossbow, no. Short bow, is he within range?
Is he?
65. So he's going to have to take a 5-foot step.
Well, he has the step too.
And after all that, it doesn't hit. Goblin 8. Goblin 8 is right here. He is going to throw away his crossbow and pull up a spear and step forward and try to stab you. Spear, whoops, not thrown. Spear 5 foot. 18 does not hit. Goblin 15 is spear with lizard guy. So stabby stabby. 12 does not hit. Jason.
No stabby.
Nope, no stabby. No stabby.
No stabby. I'm going to shoot at Goblin 11 again.
All right. Go, girl.
God is on my side today.
So yeah, critical hit.
Yeah, do I roll again?
No, you just hit the critical hit button.
CH.
Weapon or shield if applicable. Well, he's not wearing a shield, so he's going to drop his weapon. You
Takes
did
4 damage.
Yep. Full damage is 2 points doubled. So 4 points of damage and disarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Minus 4. And I'm going to see. I don't
His
think,
arm's off.
Yeah. I don't think I have a token without weapons on it. No, they'll do. So I'm going to give him daggers, because that's what he'll pick up if he doesn't have anything else. And did you want to move?
Yeah, I'm gonna slightly move back so I have a little bit of cover if he decides he wants to switch targets.
Pyren, you're up. And I think it's funny how Nick and Diana always go next, one after
Yeah.
the other.
I was just about ready to make that. I was like, isn't it funny how we always have,
Yeah.
like right after each other?
And
All right.
and you rolled like a nat 20, she rolled a nat 1 this time,
Yeah.
and it's still,
Doesn't matter. No matter what I do.
yeah.
All right. I am flanking with Aruru, so I'm going to make a scimitar attack against this goblin at a
Alright.
+5. So an 18 for
18
8
is
slashing.
definitely a hit. 8 points. He is still standing. It doesn't look
And that
like
is
he's wounded. Did you want to move? Oh.
Actually, yes. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step this way. So now me and Neris are flanking.
Nice. Lizard guy.
Hey.
I'm going to roar and send horrible lizard spittle and fresh raw steak blood into this goblin's face. And I'm going to flip the hell out and go into a rage
Ooh.
and just tear into him.
That might be like Axe body spray to him.
He is a goblin.
So yeah, let's go. Let's start with a gore attack as I bring the helmet down on him. This attack is only available if I'm raging, but I am, so here we go.
That is a hit.
Skewer his head on your head.
11 points accurate.
11 points is accurate. This attack includes the rage because it's only available when raging.
Gotcha. The goblin just looks totally stunned as he does something else nasty to it.
So he is still standing then?
He is.
Staggered.
I continue. I claw him.
Which
Bye,
is
goblin.
a hit. So 7 plus 2, total of 9. And as he goes to fall, are you going to swing another claw attack? Because he's dropping.
You might as
Nope.
well.
I'm going to stop here.
All right.
I mean, looking at his health, I probably took his head off. So, or it's at least hanging at a really awkward angle.
Yes.
Have you ever seen those
So-
cartoons where something gets like its face sliced off and it's just a skull underneath?
So I'm going to 5-foot step onto his body because this was a full attack and stay there.
Nice. Goblin 5 is this guy with the crossbow. I'm going to give him a will save. See if he runs away. Rolls over a 15, he will stay. Yeah, well, nope. So this goblin is going to book it. He's going to make a full-on total withdrawal, running as fast as he can, and he is just gone.
No, he was the one who had all the loot.
That's
you
why
can tell
he
that?
runs
I thought
first.
that was hidden. I didn't know you players could see
No,
that.
Nothing you do is hidden from me, Fnord.
Oh, okay. Urist, you're up.
All right, Eurus is going to take a 5-foot step back. He is going to take a move action to gather power. To
5-foot step
reduce-
is a
Yeah, it is.
is a movement.
Hmm?
5-foot step is a movement.
5-foot step is a free action.
No, 5-foot step is a movement. If you can only take a 5-foot step if that is your only movement.
I don't think he's moving, though. I think
I'm
he's
not
just
moving.
taking a move action that is something else other than movement.
Yeah. So like how you can 5-foot step, drop crossbow, and fire.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes
So
sense.
this is the same thing. I'm
I'll
taking a
allow
5-foot step.
it.
Okay. Gather power, and then we're just gonna blast this guy with the
Goblin
with
8.
yeah, Goblin 8 with let me see if I can remember what it's called now.
With your blast attack.
My blast attack, but use the infusion.
So full round action to blast him.
No, pushing infusion. There you go. So first you gotta blast them. So if this hits, we're in good business. If not, then it doesn't matter. So it doesn't really matter.
No, this is against his regular AC, right?
Correct.
11. Yeah.
Yep, not gonna
Well,
hit.
All right,
Wow.
so that's it.
You don't have precise shot, do you, or something? Or point
No.
blank?
I do have point blank, but that's 12,
12.
so that's probably not gonna hit either.
Mhm.
Oh.
Afraid not.
I tried.
It's all good.
Neris, it is your turn.
I'm going to.
I believe this is your fourth round of rage.
Is it? I think.
Uh,
I think you're right.
Yeah, that seems about right. This would be the fourth round.
Yeah.
Because you've done 2 double attacks.
Yes, you're right. Okay.
Then you ran and attacked with only once. So, yeah, this would be the fourth round.
So I am going to. Well, this one's right in front of me, so let's go ahead and do the double wield attack on
All
Goblin
right.
14.
Yeah, so 9 plus 1 plus flanking. Flanking is 2, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And
Unless
then
they
rage gives
got
her
the
another
team
2.
with
So that is enough. That is a hit for 8 plus 2 damage is 10. And it goes down.
And I have a movement, right?
If you haven't moved.
No, because
Yeah.
you were going to use your double
Oh
weapons.
yeah, double weapon.
Yeah.
I-
So
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if your house rule, but the actual rules are.
yeah,
it's a little
you
different.
got a 5-foot step.
Then I'm going to go ahead and take it to right here.
Move threateningly towards Goblin 1.
Yep.
Yes.
Goblin 14 is dead.
Lick the goblin blood off.
Aru. Aru.
All right. All right.
Aru.
I think he's gonna move right into the face of this goblin, and I'm gonna command him to attack with a bite, just a regular bite. So
It's gonna
for
take
4
my kill.
damage.
Yep.
Yep.
A
And then go ahead and take it.
19 is or 20 is definitely enough. 4 points of damage, and the goblin drops.
So he just leaps onto the. Since it's a small creature, he just leaps, pins him, and starts gnawing on his face. And that's
Zuko, your turn.
So I am going to use Gather Power, and this is going to be a full round type. So I can't do any other actions.
Okay. I'm just clearing out the dead goblins, so I know there are 3 left, and they are all going now. Goblin 9, this guy up here with the crossbow, is going to make a will save, and he's actually going to stay. He is going to shoot. He has 1. I don't know if he's got a line of sight on Pyron or not. I'm going to say he does. And so let's go with Pyron, Urin, and Zurin in that order.
Gather Power is an extremely visible effect, so I think I'm also targetable.
It's like all sorts of wind with Zuko. That's all sorts of beer with
Yeah.
Eurist.
Yeah.
Like it's visible light and energy.
Yeah, so it's like flashing displays and everything.
Goblin 11, he's gonna run. Maybe if I roll a 20, he won't. Nope, he's running away. He's booking it and out of here. Goblin 8, where is he? He is right here. He's got a spear. He's unhurt. I'm going to say he needs a 12 or higher to keep fighting. Nope, he's going to run. And let's see. It's going off this direction. Yeah, he can book it. Jace, you're up.
Alrighty, since target kind of ran away.
Yep, there is only one guy left.
5, 10. 30.
All right.
And that's my action.
Was that a double?
Okay.
No.
We can. Oh, I didn't know if I had line of sight with that one or not.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay. Well,
Uh-oh.
are you
The
serious?
greedy
I
shot
shouldn't have listened
always
to you.
The greedy shot always crit fails.
Hand wound. So you potentially injured your hand. However, players gets to roll saving throws versus critical fails. So I need you to make a reflex saving throw, please.
Good thing you got rid of 2 1s.
13's not going to cut it. So you're going to drop your crossbow. The shot goes wide. You have injured yourself. Roll 1d4, please.
Okay.
You've injured yourself for 2 points of damage. Didn't lose a finger or anything, just nasty little fumble. Little damage to you.
Thank God for that. Nikita's still trying to figure out how to put her pinky back on.
Pyron, it is your turn.
all right. Let's see.
He had line of sight to you, so you have line of sight to him.
Yeah, but I can only I only have 20 feet of movement regularly. But a charge is like a double move, right?
Right, so that would give you 40 feet, which would put you right adjacent to him.
Okay, so I'm going to charge right into his face. Do I get one attack?
Yeah, a single attack as a charge.
Okay, what's the negative stat, or is there?
You get +2 on the charge and -2 to AC.
Okay. And I attack this guy.
10, 11.
Nope.
Nope,
Nope.
11's not going to be enough. He manages to block it with his crossbow somehow. Lizard guy, it's your turn.
I'm going to shake myself off and drop my rage.
All right.
It does not seem necessary anymore, which will then be taken over by fatigue. What shall I use for fatigued?
Excuse me.
How about
die.
this? So I'm fatigued for 2 rounds, but the fight will be over by then.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm just gonna delay and let my friends finish off. Well, friends,
All right.
acquaintances, hunting party finish this hunt.
If you want to mark the delay just in case, go ahead and do a green dot. Green for a full go. And Urist. You're up.
All right, we're gonna do the smart thing. We're gonna move 15 feet up, and quote unquote smart, and fire into melee against Goblin 9.
Gotcha.
I do not have precise shots, so this is going to be
-4
-4.
plus 1, total of -3.
3. All right. Oh, +2 because of bless,
Bless gives you a +1.
and then point blank shot.
Oh, okay. So total of -1, which
Oh,
is a
-2. But
Still hits.
-4 plus
Minus-
1 plus 2. -1.
No,
Wait.
+1.
+1 +1
+2 altogether.
+2 altogether.
We
plus
know
two.
math.
Okay, so 18.
Still hits.
It does for 6
Ah!
points of water, beer, bludgeoning damage.
So you're
The
throwing
B
Bud
stands
Light
for-
at this guy?
Yes,
That's
no,
all
it's
water anyway.
the B stands for for beer damage, not bludgeoning.
There you go.
I was expecting Porf Nord to start going like, okay, so -6, and he keeps talking. Oh, and -8. Okay, got it.
You're now rolling disadvantage.
Yeah. I know there's no disadvantage. Roll it anyway. Nearest, it is your turn.
I am going to turn and getting a good look at Goblin 9. I'm going to switch over to my short bow. And
Goblin
He
9 has
hit me.
partial cover. Had that been a hit, he would have had a chance to avoid it, but that was a clear miss.
she's not great with ranged weapons. Very odd.
And may I suggest that she drop her rage at this point? Because she's used now
Oh,
5 rounds of it and only has 3 left.
Okey-dokey.
It's a free
So,
Yep, drop it as a free action.
clear that.
Stupid bow! Ah! Oh.
She rages against the bow.
Oh, no, I'm calm. You have like like split personalities. You're like yelling at the bow and then you just calm down. Oh.
And take off that. Okay.
Cool. And then, is it 1 round or 2 rounds of rest for rage per round used?
2.
So-
10 for her if she spent 5 rounds raging. So
Yeah.
double the amount of time spent raging.
And that is your turn. Although you do have a move if you want it.
Yeah, let's go ahead. And I don't think I'm going to need it. I think he's going to get finished off. But let's just come right here. Just in case. That
You
should get
got it.
right into Bryn. Baron? Right into Baron.
Yep. So, Aru.
All right, Aru's gonna come up behind this guy. Hurrah! I love 50 feet of movement. Why don't I have 50 feet of movement, Fnord?
Hey, I think Cerveza had like 480 feet of movement one time.
Yeah, something ridiculous.
And he is going to power attack, so he only gets a +4. So 18
It's going to be a hit for 5 points.
Plus
power
2?
attack damage.
Oh,
+5.
plus
Yeah.
2, yeah, that makes the difference. 5 would have staggered him. 7 drops him. And as the last goblin hits the ground, you all stop for a moment to catch your breath and look around. And because we are at just hit an hour 35 minutes, so we are going to take ourselves a break, and when we're done with that, we will come back to episode 25.3 of The Color Animal Inn. See you then, folks.